Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of Exar at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a light classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. Exar. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later for my college, I get to know about Exar and I enrolled in Exar course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory part, he is doing how real digital marketing works, and it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they not only focusing on study, they are also conducting different exam to test our knowledge, and as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, Exar.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across XLR, and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped. So I came to the XLR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, XLR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI from online. Vikas is teaching for me for AI generative and ChatGPT. We are using this technology in more. And after finishing the courses, I came for collecting the certificate. I seen the classrooms and faculties. Classroom is very nice. After the completion of exam, they will give gift and certificates. Thank you, XLR, for giving these courses. I learned a lot from this. I gained the more knowledge from here. And thank you for XLR for teaching us.
Hello guys, I'm Vikram Mahajan and I'm studying in Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology College, and I came across a training program which was mobile app development using Flutter, which was given to us by XLR Solutions. I came across this program through my college faculty, who told us about this program, that it is a very good course and you should enroll in this course. So I enrolled in this course, and initially I felt really good about this course because they started everything from a very basic point of view, that even if someone who doesn't know anything about Flutter or anything about mobile app development can also learn the same way the ones who know about it are learning. So no student was left behind and everyone was given equal attention. All the doubts throughout the course were cleared. And if we had any questions also, we were like, the trainer was also ready to stay for a longer time than it was scheduled, even for the sake of doubts. So that shows how important the students are to them. So it was a really good experience with XLR's program, and by the end of the training program, I was able to develop my own application. And through the development also, there was another point. So our sir taught us about how we can connect our own mobile phone to our laptop and write code in our laptop, and you can see the output in your phone, which is really creative and interesting for me. I felt really good about that. So in the end, I developed my own mobile application. I showed it to my mother. I showed it to my friends. I felt really good about it. So I would really suggest XLR. I would recommend it to all my friends to take courses from here, as they focus on the children, focus on the students, and they focus on what's necessary. That is, the students' doubts gets cleared and everything else. So today I came down to the XLR office like to collect my certificate. So I got to know about what other courses XLR is offering. It included data analysis, data analyst, social media marketing, and full stack Java, and many more courses which were interesting, and they gave us an insight of how everything happens, and they take you through the course from the starting of the course to the end, and what next, that is placements as well. How you should be going into the interviews and how you should be approaching to companies, your resume building, and there were so many things which XLR is going to help you in, and they are ready to give you all the knowledge required even if you are a beginner. So I really felt good about this visit, and I would really recommend XLR to everyone who's listening to this, and also to all my friends, that I had a very
Good afternoon, all. Hope you are able to hear my voice. So I shared my screen. You guys are able to see the screen? Can anyone respond, please? You guys are able to see my screen? Okay. Yeah. So in the last session, we discussed about the machine learning, right? So our primary target is what? To make our machine trained. So by what way we are making our machine trained? Yes, it depends upon what kind of data that we are sending into that machine. So there are multiple ways out there in making our machine trained in the form of supervised learnings, unsupervised learnings. What is exactly supervised learnings? So here I am going to send a data which is a structured. Structured means what? A data which contains rows and columns. We have taken different kinds of sectors in the last examples, like it could be a banking sector or a telecom sector or a pharma sector. Depends which sector that you take, doesn't matter. It's all about is what kind of data that we have, and what we are doing over there, we are identifying the target variable. So if my target variable is there, means what? I have to predict those target variables. What was the cases that we have taken? Banking sector cases. Okay. And we have taken another example as what? Advertisement, sales of the company. So a company, a person is investing his amount in form of improving his sales for TV, radio, newspapers. So there is also one of the example we have worked out. Next one, what? Cancer patients information. Predicting the person is having benign cancer, sorry, benign tissues or malignant tissues. So these are the examples, classic examples that we have taken. So which machine learning model to be taken out over there? Based on the target variable. So if your target variable is like a numerical variable, like sales variable, so we can choose what? A linear regression. If my target variable is such as binary, like malignant or benign, or yes or no, true or false, pass or fail, order, not order, purchased, not purchased. So these examples, when you see, yes, we can apply what? Logistic regression. If we have target variable with multi-classes, yes, we have so many other machine learning models, KNN, SVM, decision trees. So every algorithm's agenda is what? Understanding the target variable. what relationship is exactly existing between X variables and Y variable. We are trying to identify the pattern between them and fit a model over there. So once with the model has been fitted over there, we have to verify the model is really going to predict well in the real time or not. So what we are doing, we are dividing the data into two parts, right? Even that is also we have discussed it. Somewhere here. Yeah, here it is. We divide the data into two parts, training data, test data. So initially what we have done, we fitted the model with training samples and we are calculating the accuracy of the model. Like how much it is really predicting right versus right and wrong versus wrong. Yes as yes, no as no. So 96% we got it. And after that, we are also verified that test data, which is unknown data, which is never seen data. So in that case also we got some 98%. Right? This is what we are. Ramesh Chandra, I already shared these things today only with our XLR team. So they will upload all these materials under the LMS portal. That is one case. Okay. And at the end of the session, anyway, I'll try to upload this even under our chat box as well. All right. So don't worry, you'll get all the materials. So two ways I'm going to distribute as I will upload in the chat box. Okay. And it is also available under the LMS portal. You can access over this. Okay. Next one. So if the results are accurate, like 96 and 98, like both are good, so model is going to be work well even under the live environment. But when the results are not like a balance, like training is good, but test is less, like this. Training is 90, test is less. So where there are high variance is there, so you can understand that model has been what? Overfitting. So to control this overfitting, so we have some other advanced methods such as regularization is there, ensemble methods are. So these methods are helps us to control this overfitting and gives the balanced results. Balance in the sense it is not going to be less. We will improve the test accuracy. So we will compromise with a little bit training accuracy and we will try to improve the test accuracy like this. So we'll compromise a little bit training accuracy, we'll improve the test accuracy like this. So that it will becomes almost the same. So how it is going to possible? Yes, in such case we are supposed to apply these methods, which is really helpful for it. So it is again a time-taking process. We cannot discuss that much of advanced methods. I suggest you can take up from another way in learning of these things. Okay. So these all things are what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm talking about supervised learning methods where target variable is there. So then what is the use of unsupervised learning methods? Unsupervised, the name itself telling us unsupervised. So here we are not predicting anything. We are doing some other kinds of analysis. So I given some hints also. Principal component analysis. And what else? Association rules or regularization methods. So what is exactly principal component analysis doing? It compresses the data into minimum variables. You will call it as components, but actually it's just like a variables. Okay. We are compressing the data into lower dimension and we are making those lower dimension variables only for model fitting. That's why I mentioned here 5 to 8 species only for model fitting. 5 to 8 is not also exact. I'm just telling you an idea for this. 5 to 8 or 10 to 12 whatever. Okay. So the next one, association rules or recommendations. So what is exactly these things are doing actually? We are recommending a product based on your past history. What products that you purchased in the past in your account. Okay, so that I can understand which kind of items that you are actually interested. So on those basis, we are going to purchase or recommend those products in front of you. It could be happens in the YouTube or Disney Hotstar or Netflix or Amazon or any other OTT platforms or Instagram. This is what generally happens with most of the people. Okay. So this is all about, again, this is a separate topic. I have to spend a lot of time in understand the properly. Today, I'm going to take up from the unsupervised learnings. As I told, cluster analysis. Which one is very, very important to us? Cluster. So cluster analysis. What is meant by cluster? I'll make it very simple, easy understand for you. Today, the first 1 hour I have planned for you people to make you understand the cluster analysis. You will get a best idea about it. One case. And the second 1 hour, I will take up few things for the natural language course. Okay, so this is how I plan for today's session. Okay, you will get a each of these topics are individual learnings, and each of the applications also completely different. Okay, but let's understand the first one, clusters. Cluster means what exactly? Grouping. Grouping. If you see, there are a lot of faculty members on, but why you people only grouped here? Why we all people are grouped here in one platform? The only agenda is what? Learning, understanding the machine learning and AI related knowledge. So, what is the commonest among us of all the things? What is the similarity between us? Yes, learning about AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning. So, this is what the common aspect. That is what a similarity things are making us as one group, right or not? A similarity thing is making all of us one group. That means what? We all people be converted as one cluster. Actually, you all from different places, but you merge it into one group. Similarly, here also we are going to make some clusters. Okay, let me take my things, PPTs and all. Let me open it out and I'll take up an example here. Yes. Look out here. Suppose if we have some data sets which contains huge number of observations. Observation is what? Sample of rows where there is no y-variant. So that means what? We are not going to predict anything, but we have a large amount of data. Okay, let's say, just in simple words, I'll tell you, I am the owner for the Amazon website. Okay, who I'm running the Amazon website. Imagine like that. And you all the people are like customers. And what you're doing every day, like you are opening the website, you are browsing some products related to your interest. I'm telling again, you are opening the website, that is what, through laptop or mobile app, through your login account, okay, and you are browsing few products based on your interest. So what's happening here? There is a large amount of data searching history that I found in the back. But the thing is, like that, if I have 1 lakh of people's searching history, 1 lakh, 10 lakhs, so I don't know for which person which product to recommend. That's the question. I don't know for which person which product to recommend. So, like that, what is going to be happen? There is a common measures will be there, common similarities will be there. Like from here only, from 500 people that today who joined here, some of the people are highly interested in purchasing the, let's say, electronic gadgets. It could be mobile, it could be laptop, or it could be desktop, or any other tabs. Or these people are only purchasing for like laptops and its accessories and all. Some people are interested for only groceries. Some people are looking for outfits, t-shirts, jeans and all. Some people are looking for, let's say, ladies related products. So what is happening here? It's a bulk amount of data. But I need to utilize this data. I need to give the right recommendation to the right customer. So, and I have to do all these tasks at a time. So how do we do this? So we are going to work on this. That's what is mentioned as huge number of rows where there is no y variable. So how you are going to work it? Yes, we have to make what? Partition the data. Not like data training data, test data. We are going to make group the people. Partition the data means what? Here the meaning? Group the people. So using clustering is a technique. We are going to partition the data into 2 or more sets based on the how data was plotted. And if you see the next one, I have such 8 data points. I have such 8 data points. So one is x1 variable, x2 variable. I just given some names. Okay, if I make this 8 people in the plotting, it is going to be looks like this. So I'm taking this one and I'm going to paste it. Okay. So what is happening here? Yes. This is like some commonalities. Okay. Like age and weight matches. Na? Okay. For example, simple words, if I take this is age, weight, age and weight. Okay. Some of the people who are having less ages and they're less weights, right or not? Some of the people who are having less ages, less weights will be placed here. Who are having less age, less weight. Some of the people are having more age, obviously little bit more weight. Let's say these are like teenagers and these are like middle age. What is happening here? People are plotted. So what is our intention is the points which are very nearest to each other. I'm telling again, the data points which are nearest to each other, the data points which are very nearest to each other, okay, we are going to make them as okay, 1 cluster. This is what I'm talking about. The data points are which are nearest to each other, we are going to make them as 1 cluster. So here what has happened in this graph, 4 points are there which are very pretty close to each other. So I'm going to make these people as 1 cluster. That means what? Group 1. And these people are actually are pretty close to each other. I'm going to make these 2 people as what? Cluster 2. Like that. Now in this graph I'm talking, this one. Okay. Which are the data points are you think are pretty close to each other? Very much close. For example, I am asking person A. I am asking person A from you people. Okay. Now he responded me that, so we can make it these 4 points as 1 cluster, which looks like nearest to each other. And here also I can make it another like this. This is also one kind of group. Now, based on the similarity, that is similarities means what? Nearest to each other. So we are going to make it as what? This is 1 cluster. This is 1 cluster. Like this. If I have found that in the browsing history, which people are looking for electronic and gadgets items only or accessories items only, I am going to make all together as 1 cluster. And which people are looking for, okay, grocery, I'll make it as 1 cluster. And which people are looking for, such as what I said, yeah, clothes, western outfits, or traditional outfits, whatever, I'll make them as 1 cluster. And which people are looking for some other things other than these 3 categories, there are some other categories there. So I'm making as a 4th cluster. So if I'm able to clusterize the people, so it will be easy for me to understand that which user to be recommended what category, which user will be recommended for what category, which category to be recommended for. That's the point of making of this one. So here also I made as this one as what? Cluster 1 and cluster 2 in this example. Okay. Now I have the data once again. Which one? Going back? This one. So I'm taking this data Exar once again. So what's going to be happening? What's the use of making the clusters? After that, what is going to be happen? Now we'll see the actual thing. Now 1 and 6. So first one is what? 1 and 6 combination. So where this point is falling actually, this is cluster 2 America. 1 and 6 means what? This person. So this person falling under what? Cluster 2 category. So I'm making this one as 2. Cluster 2. 3 and 1. 3 and 1 combination. So where this person is falling? Cluster 1. Right or not? Understanding na? 3 and 1. Cluster 1. So I have to write down this person is falling under 1. 5 and 3. 5 and 3. So 5 and 3. So again, first cluster. Next 2 and 4. And if you see 2 and 4 here, which is falling under second cluster. Again 3 and 2. So 3 and 2. Again, this person is also falling under cluster 1. Now 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Yeah, this one. So again, this is falling under cluster. So 2 and 5. 2 and 5. This person again falling under cluster 2. Hope you are following na, what I'm talking. And 4 and 1. Finally, 4 and 1 is falling at again cluster 1. Till now, did everyone is understood? Please let me know. You are able to follow what's exactly is happening here. Initially, we made the plot here for all the 8 data points. And the gap is existed between them here. On those basis, we made what? These 4 points as one cluster, those 4 points as second cluster. Then after that, I'm looking for each data point falling under which category. I made that this is cluster 1 belongs, this is cluster 2 belongs, this is cluster 1, this is cluster, like that. Now, once I'm successful in forming the clusters, then what's next? So, till now, we don't have the target variable for this data. Okay? We don't have the target variable. Generally, target variable means what to be predicted. So, this decision that what to be predicted in generally, which will be exist between your client and us. What to be predicted? What is your client is asking to predict? You are focusing on it. But there are some other scenarios, there are some other situations that client is ready to give the data and the project and the budget, everything is going to give to you. But he is not interested to be done what? Like finally, he is ready to invest on the project for using data science or AI. But he is not exactly known that technically what to be done. Technically what to be done exactly. Now, yeah, why only 2 clusters? Why not? More also possible MRP. I'll come to that point also. Okay, more also possible. I just taken as an example. If I take 2, it is also possible more than 2. Okay. Now come to the point. So where my client is also not known what to be done. Now who is going to tell us what exactly to be done? So initially the thing is what? You are going to apply the cluster analysis only to make the data points as clusters. Cluster means what? Groups. Now you told that which data points falls under cluster 1, which data points are falling under cluster. Class 1, class 2. Class 1, class 2. So till now I called it what? Cluster 1, cluster 2. Now I am converted my word into what? Class 1, class 2. So you should understand that next step is going to do what? So here, once it has been realized that I'm going to give the name as what? Y variable. Y means what? This column is going to prepare us for a target variable. Now, till now, we don't have the target variable, but this column is going to, we are going to make use this column as a target variable. Till now, this variable is not there. But after applying the cluster analysis, this column is going to make us a target variable. So that means what? Again, after applying the cluster analysis successfully, again I'm going to work on supervised learning models. So what does it mean? You initiated the cluster analysis when we don't have the target variable. Sorry. We initiated the cluster analysis when we don't have the target variable. But now what we are doing? Yes, we are predicting a target variable. We created the cluster analysis. We used the cluster analysis and created the target variable. From that, you are converting back to supervised learning methods. Hence, it is called as what? Semi-supervised learning methods. Why? Because initiated with a zero target variable, but at the end, you come back with a target variable. So cluster analysis is nothing but what? It is helping us to create the target. So this is the story. So once I successfully, that means that again I'm going to make my machine train. Again I'm going to make machine train. And what happens after I make a machine train? Like this. Okay. This is one group. This is another group. If a new point is falling at here, now this point is very near to the first group or not? Instead of having this point is very near to the second group, this point is very near to the first group. That means what? I am going to mingle this person into this category. That means that I will tell that this person belongs to cluster 1. So I am predicting this as cluster 1. So if this person, if the person's characteristics is very nearer to these 4 people's characteristics, so I will try to recommend the same product what these 4 people have really purchased. So that common similarities we are going to work out. If the point is falling very near to the blue color, so what these people have purchased, only those recommendations I will try to make it. Done. So this is the backend story of the cluster analysis. Now let's go into the technically, what are the methods that we have here? What are the methods we have here? So there are different methods are there. Okay, cluster analysis contains 2 types of methods, or more methods also there, but I like a few methods. One is agglomerative clustering. Next one is A-means clustering. And then is so many methods are there. I'm writing just 2 methods. DB scan method. So these are the different types of methods that we have under the cluster analysis concept. So every method will have its own advantages are there, slightly disadvantages are there. Now, I'm not going to the technically inside of the calculator, the mathematics part of the agglomerative clustering, because here it will involve some linear algebra calculations kind of things. So I'm not going to I'm not going to make show all the mathematics, but I'll make you show the Python coding implication. So first of all, see, like each method has its own importance. I will tell you in another way. If I take agglomerative cluster, so look out here. This is one point. This is another point. This is one point. This is another point. Okay. Now tell me. This is point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. If I'm asking you, make these 4 points as the 2 clusters, which 2 points you will make it as 1 cluster? You will prefer 1, 2 as 1 cluster or 1, 3 as 1 cluster? What do you think? If I prefer 1, 2, so these 2 points is going to become 1 cluster, and 3 and 4 should be becomes 1 cluster. Okay? I'm not telling you who is right, who is wrong here. Okay, we are just attempting it. So another person told that no, we have to make 1, 3 as 1 cluster and 2 and 4 as another cluster. So here what is happening actually, we can't tell that who is right here. Why? Because points are being placed like a square matrix. Right or not? points have been perfectly like a square dots. So here, your opinion and my opinion may be clashes. You will tell that 1, 2 and 3, 4 should be done, but I am telling that 1, 3 and 2, 4 should be done. But if my points have been perfectly like this. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. So now is there any opinion difference between you and me? No, no. So both people will tell that same answer. Like these 2 points, these 2 points. All of you understanding what I'm talking? So that means what? It depends upon the, yes, perhaps depends upon the distance. Yes. Which distance, which data points are having closest to distance on those bases, so these points are mingled as one cluster. So in the back end, actually, so the word here, what we are using actually distance. So it is calculating the distance between every data point to every data point. I'm telling again, okay? It calculates the distance between every data point to every data point, and it is formed as one cluster. It calculates the distance between every data point to every data point and forms as one cluster. So if you ask me how the distance calculation is going to be done, so in your childhood days, we have learned something. Maybe faculty people, you are already making use of in some places, like distance of x comma y. Okay, y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square. So this formula is going to be used in the backend. I'm not, that's what I said. I don't want to do mathematics, but yeah, this is what really happens. So it will calculate the distance between every data point to every data point and identifies it which are the points to be formed as clusters. So this is case A, this is case B. Case B contains no changes in the opinions. Both are same. Both the people are coming with the same conclusion. But when it comes to the case A, both the people are not having the same opinions. Similarly, under the agglomerative clustering also, there are some linkage, there are something called linkage methods will be there. Linkage methods. So these linkage methods will try to form the cluster formation. I'm telling again, those linkage methods are going to try to form the cluster formation, such as single linkage, complete linkage, okay, average linkage. So these linkage methods will help us to form the cluster formation. So if my data set is having such as case A kind of data, every linkage method will give a different result. I'm telling again, if I apply the linkage methods on the case A kind of data, every linkage method will have a different opinion. So those are not coming with the same opinion. Like person 1 telling in another way, person 2 is telling another way, person 3 is telling. So we cannot take the conclusion which is best. But when the data points are clearly, yes, having the cluster formations in a proper way, so all the linkage methods are going to give the same results. All the linkage methods are going to give the same results. So linkage methods will adapt to one after other while forming the cluster formation. So first data point, then after the second data point, then after the third data point, like that it will be verified that which 2 points or 3 points or 4 points should form as one cluster. After first cluster is formed, then where is the second cluster formation should be started. This is how it will think of. Okay, so to make you more easy to understand, I'll take up an example now. Let's not get into too much theory. Should not get bored here in understanding this concept. So I'll take up an example which is easy and interesting as well. So how many people you will make shopping like on a regular times, regularly. Like if I asked you, rate yourself, rate yourself in between 1 to 100. Like if you give yourself as 100, what does it mean? You are the topmost person. Like every day you are making shopping 3 to 4 times. Imagine every day you are making something, you are making shopping. So you are not saving any money from your end. You are keep on purchasing the products from the day one, like that. So if you rate yourself as just 1 or 2, so you never done a shopping from the last 1 2 months. So you are completely make you are making your things as savings. You are saving your money completely. If you rate 1 or 2, if you rate 99 means what, you are the highest ranker. Like you are yourself agreeing that you are the topmost shopping person. Okay. Now, what are the informations we have? If you see, gender is there, ages is there, ages between 18 to 70 years old, annual income is there, which is 15 to 137. So, annual income means what? Their respective incomes. Like, let's imagine just like 15,000 to 1 lakh. I'm not converting into dollars, but imagine like 1 lakh $37 or 1 lakh 37,000, whatever. And finally, spending scores 1 to 99. So on this basis, I would like to make clusters. Here we don't have the target variable, but after forming the target variable, I can make a cluster analysis. So I'm taking this one into scatter plot. Scatter plot means what? Like this. After plotting it, that data, then I'll talk about that. How many clusters are possible for this one? Okay. So I'm going back to the FDA here. I am creating a new file once again. And we'll put the data set inside. So where is the file? Yeah, here it is. May get errors. Yeah, we give double slashes. Yes, if you see here, we successfully dragged the data set inside. Okay, so I am trying to identify that how many clusters can be formed based on their incomes, based on their spending scores. Generally, we know that the people who are having low income, spending will be low. The people who are having higher income, spending will be high. This is the common natural thing. But there are some possibilities also there. Under the lower income also you may have high spending. Under the higher income also you may have low spending. Right or not, guys? Now, if you see we have such a points as 200 data points. So looking at the raw data, we cannot really picturize it. If I make some scatter plot it, then I can come to the some understanding. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll take the code related to it and I'll paste it. Otherwise, I'll write down directly instead of looking here and there. matplotlib.pyplot and plt.scatter. Yeah, I will take annual income from the DF. Spending score, I'm taking out here. Okay. Yes, and then plt dot show. Okay, now I'm rerunning it. So annual income will be on x-axis, spending score will be on y-axis. So probably, what do you think? How many clusters? Like, what is my cluster definition? Like, points are very nearest to each other. So what do you think? How many clusters can be formed here? According to your idea, according to the logic of annual incomes between 15 to 1,27,000 and spending scores between 1 to 99. What do you think? How many clusters are formed here? Any idea? Just by looking at the scatter plot, I can tell, but I just want to, I want you guys to think of overall. Okay, let me try. And if you see, yes, this is what the outcomes. Cannot say? All right, yes, agreed. So look out here. So we have, this is what? Income. And this is what? Spending score. So what do you think? How many groups are there here? Sorry. 5 groups are possible or not? By looking at the first impression. So these all people are belongs to, okay, I just made roughly, belongs to similar nature. These are belongs to same category, right? And this entire thing says one cluster. And this entire thing says what? Another cluster. And these are what? Another cluster. Now what do you understood from this? So the incomes are here what? 20 to 40. So these people are exactly what? Low income. But spending at higher intervals. So high spending. Right? And what about these people? Higher income, higher spending. Right? Now this case, higher income, low spending. So difficult people, very toughest people. Income is there, but they are not ready to spend as you are trying to convince them. Very, yeah, I mean, they will think of 1 to 10 times before they spend it. And what about these people? Average income, average spending. And the last one, this one, low income, low spending. So that is what there are 5 clusters are possible in this exercise. 5 clusters are possible in the exercise. So our scikit-learn will apply what? That Euclidean distance between the points. Our scikit-learn will do what? It applies the Euclidean distance between the points and forms the clusters. We are not applying the clusters still here. We have just made data visualized. We just made the data visualized. On those basis, we can come into the conclusion that, okay, which points to be formed as one clusters. Now this is a graph, but to convert into numbers, like every data point is falling under one of the cluster, not totally 5 clusters. So what what techniques can be applied? Yes, like any linkage methods. So linkage methods will do what? Yeah, which data point should I make it as first cluster? Which data point should I make it as second cluster? It will decide. Okay, for example, if you see, if I take this point, these points, if I ask these points, this is very near to the average income or this is very near to the high income. How can you tell that? This person is neither near to the exact to the dark group, neither near to the exact to this group. So if I choose single linkage method, it may tells that average income, average spending. If I apply another method such as complete or linkage or some other linkage, it may tells that high income, low spending. So depends upon which linkage method is doing there. Right now? Yeah, very good example. Na? Yes. Now, if I differentiate these people into clusters, now for me, easy to recommend what product to be given for what person. Imagine I am selling the products such as iPhone. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm talking about. I am trying to. So these all people are what exactly users, nothing but. Like I am also a user to be frank for the Amazon account. Like you people also users. Imagine this 500 points are you only. Okay, so what I'm trying to do? Yeah, I'm confused. For what person, what to be recommended? Now, when I know iPhone is coming up with the latest version with the worth of let's say 1.5 lakhs. Imagine with a lot of advanced features. So now the question is, whom to make it promotion first? Which target people you think is the I have to target first? Tell me, which people to be targeted? High income, high spending people are not. All of you agree with this? Because they have the good income and their history is high spending. So it is easy for me to target this audience first. After that, okay, I will write down like this. High income, high spending. If I already targeted, I got good amount of sales, then the next for whom? High income, low spending. High income, low spending. So these people also having the good income, but they are not ready to spend. But if I make them alert and understand that this product, how much advanced features it contains, which is worthful to your life, where you will save your time, lot of things. You can manage your works efficiently. So easily, even these people also can be convinced because they have the good income. If you make them convinced, there is a possibility that these people also will purchase. So my target people are this. Okay. Now, if my product is something a normal product, okay, which is not too much cost, let's say between 10 to 20,000, any Xiaomi products or any other, I'm not sure all the names, but some products which is 10 to 20, 25 ranges. So I can target which people now? Yeah, I can target easily average income people, average salary people easily because most of the audience generally average income, average salary, the middle class people are highly there in the society. Hope so. You people are so aware, agree with us, right? Yeah. So average income, average salary people be my targeted customers. Then low income, high spending, na? Because if I make them stylish things of the mobile, easily these people also, when we can make it purchase, right? Low income and low spending. So these two people I can make it target at time, because the product is developed for this particular audience only, specifically targeting for these people. Very rarely I will go with the low income, low spending, because these persons never don't purchase it much and not a repeated customer. So very less spending also there, less income is also but very rarely these people will purchase. So to be frank, from the business point of view, I never look this audience, right or not? I never interested on this kind of audience. I'll be always looking for the, yes, who is good profile. Of course, my product, what product I'm launching, it is also important. For who, which people I have targeted, that is also important. So like this, which is the useful thing which is going to be happen doing the cluster analysis. Let me show the code point of view also. Okay. So this is what happens. Let me show you the code point of view also. Code is nothing is there, very easy to implement. So theory is more important here. Okay. You have seen in the past cases also. So I'll simply take up these lines. Yes. So from scikit-learn.cluster, I'm importing agglomeratic clustering. Again, scikit-learn I used it. In the past instance also, I used scikit-learn only. All right. And from that agglomeratic clustering, yeah, I'm telling that I need 5 clusters. Number of clusters 5, and I'm asking to apply Euclidean distance. Actually, you are not writing any mathematics. We are using the mathematics inside Euclidean, and I'm asking to apply the complete linkage method. So I mentioned now some linkage methods are there. I have chosen complete. So if you ask me why only complete, why can't for this complete is giving the better results. I know that. Okay, so I know that already this data set is giving the better results. I'm taking the complete. Actually, to be frank, we are to try with the other linkage methods also, where we are getting the better prediction rate. That is going to be the final. Okay, now this line is what? Cluster formation line, and this is what? Cluster dot fit underscore predict x. What is x? Okay, I did not derive now. Give me a minute. I will derive the x here. I will derive the x here by adding a plus. What is x? So here I am taking up these two variables inside. One is annual income. Okay, another one is spending score. Okay, those two variables. Something wrong here. Just give a minute. 3 brackets. Okay, those x I am passing here as input. Okay, those two numerical variables. Is it always necessary to specify the number of clusters? Not necessary. It's about assumption that we have. Okay, and by looking at the graph, I am telling the number of clusters. So otherwise, you are not giving the chance to form the cluster numbers as per our own order to the computer. You are giving your inputs. I need first 5 clusters. Can you make it? It will do it. But it is doing best or not, you the person to decide. I am telling again, it is doing best or not, you are the person to decide. By looking at the graph, it looks like 5 is good, hence I am taking the 5. If I found 3 is good, I may take 3. But it is not guaranteed that before completing the whole answer, I also cannot guarantee that is the 5 is really going to give the better clusters or not. If I see it is doing better clusters, then I can tell that, okay, looks okay, 5 clusters are really sensible and useful for this. So if I don't give, by default, it will take some number 2 or 3. By default, a number what is been there, it will take. Okay. Is it possible that clusters can be formed without providing the number of clusters? We have another method, DB scan, MRP. I mentioned 3 different methods here. This DB scan will auto detect the cluster formation by their. Okay. But as I told, until unless we don't see the final results, you cannot commit that DB scan also doing the better. You will apply it. If you see DB scan is also not up to the mark, so you have to change the parameters inside. Parameters like here I am passing complete linkage method. For DB scan also we have such a parameters where those parameters will changes cluster formations. So it may take sometimes 2 clusters. If I change the parameters, it may take 3 clusters. If I change the parameters, it may take 4 clusters. So by default, by itself, DB scan will do it. First 2 methods are not going to work out without passing number. Without passing number, it won't work. Got it now? We can find number of clusters by elbow method. No, Padmanabhan, it's don't get to the wrong conclusion. We can find number of clusters. See, elbow method will helps us to detect the which cluster numbers are accurate. I'm telling again, elbow method will make us understand that which cluster numbers are accurate. Like I tried 3, I tried 4, I tried 5, I tried 6, I tried 7. Okay, so elbow method will make us understand that which is the best cluster number over there. Hope so. My point is clear, Padmanabhan. I'll make you show. All right, just give me a minute. I'll make you show the answer so that you can you'll get to the proper conclusion on this. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to complete this exercise. Just give me few more minutes. So now I am saving those all like now we have 200 data points, 200 customers. Now all those people's information you are pushing under a column called y variable. I'm given the name itself y here. Okay. Now if you see when I run it, what happens? Let's see. Yes. So what is happening here? First customer telling that what? This person is falling under fourth customer, fourth cluster. Okay. Third one, second person is what? Falling under third cluster. Again, third customer falling under fourth cluster. Again, fourth customer falling under third cluster. Like that, if you see, some of them falling under first cluster, some of them falling under zeroth cluster. So, cyclotron will start from 0. Remember that. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally 5 clusters are made. Now I'll make you show that which point is falling under which one. Okay? Give me a minute. So if I convert the data into value counts, so it will make us understand that, yeah, cluster 1 contains 85 data points totally. Cluster 0 contains 39 data points totally. Cluster number 2 contains 32. Cluster number 4, 23. Cluster number 3, 21. Cluster number 3, 21. Just give me a minute, guys. I'll put down this as mute. Huh? Give me a minute. Otherwise, these people will keep on confusing, disturbs me. Okay, yeah, I close it. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Understood now? So it is made 5 clusters. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now next line. Yeah, I am figuring it out into a scatter plot to understand easily. So when I run this one, it will give a colorful output. Data points falling under which cluster? Error? Oh my God, I got an error here. Give me an error. I think you have to give here. I'll out. Yes. Yeah, just the way, just what we thought it, similarly, it is also implemented. See? Earlier, we initiated with 5 clusters, and the same thing has been implemented after applying the agglomerative clustering with the complete linkage method as input. And what is doing that? Yeah, these all points are falling under, like color-wise separation is done to make us understanding clearly. This is falls under one cluster. These all people are falling as another cluster. These all people, light green color, and this aqua color, fourth cluster, fifth cluster. Got it now? It is making us understand that, yeah, imagine these are 0th cluster. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4th. Okay? Now, this is what with the results actually cluster formation that we have done with cluster 5. Like, now you may ask, actually, according to the visualization, 5 clusters are appropriate. Like now, it's matching according to the how points have been plotted. Your points and the cluster formation, what has happened here, actually matching. Okay, but it might not possible all the times. It might not possible all the times. Sometimes you may get doubt. Maybe 4 cluster is better. Maybe 6 cluster is better. Maybe 4 cluster is better. Maybe 6 cluster is better. Then how we can identify that best cluster formation? How can we? I mean, like, is 4 cluster is better, or 5 is better, or 6 is better? How we can decide it? So there are multiple methods are there, such as like someone says that elbow method is also there. I'll write down. Okay, let me write down things. How to decide? Okay, cluster numbers. Okay, it's not possible all the time, but we should have some idea. So how to decide the best cluster numbers? So we have elbow method. That is one case. Second one is we have something called silhouette score. Anyone has heard about this word, silhouette score? So using this one also, we can figure it out. Using this one also, we can figure it out of the best cluster formation. For what number? Is it for 2? Is it for 3? Is it 4 or 5 or 6? Okay? Yeah. So I'll tell you one of the method here, silhouette score. Easy to understand. Sorry, here not. I have to paste here. So we already given what is x, and we are also given what is y. In between them, it will calculate the silhouette scores. Okay, and we'll see what the value will comes for this combination. First, 0.55 I got it. 0.55 is a silhouette score which we got between x and y. For what value? When I passed 5 clusters, right or not? So I'll do one thing here. So I'll make into some for loop kind of case. Okay, for easy understanding, for I in range between 2 to 7 clusters. So we are trying with 2 to, let's take 8. Okay, and okay, so here I am changing the cluster number every time with the same complete linkage method. Then after that, okay, I'm putting up everything into for loop. Okay, then after that, fitting the cluster formation y and x will be there as usual, and I'm calculating the silhouette score every time. And once it is done, so I am going to save these values, scores. Okay, appending the values into here. So we got some warning that you can ignore it, but when you print it, you'll get the results, scores. So these are the scores. Okay. So yeah, just now someone is the elbow method. So I'm trying to do the same thing now. Okay. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, plt dot scatter. Okay. And I'll take the range, what you have taken here, range 2,8 is on x-axis. X-axis, and similarity scores and taken on y-axis. Just like elbow method, but not exactly. Okay, X label. So yeah, cluster numbers on x-axis and similarity scores on y-axis. Let's see the result. Yes. And I will do one more line here. I'll add up one more line to make it better appearance. And I'll make this all things as plot. And I'll make this one as color. So if you see here, for which cluster number we got the highest similarity score, that is final. Okay, let me write the point. For which cluster number we got the highest similarity score, that is final. So, like MRP, you are asked, na? So I have to decide the cluster number by myself. Can't my machine can do it? Even now also, I'm not deciding it. Even now also, I'm not deciding. I am trying with all the cluster numbers possibly here. Look out here. I'm trying with all the cluster numbers possibly here. Through the similarity score, will identify that where you are getting the best cluster formation. That means that when I pass k is equal to 5, sorry, cluster numbers as 5, I am getting the highest similarity score. Highest similarity score. Now I'll add up one more point here. Okay. Now you can ask a question, sir. What do you think? How the similarity score is exactly calculating it? How the similarity score is exactly calculating? How do you think it is calculating? I'll tell you now. When we are making clusters now, this is one example. Okay. This is case A. This is case B. This is cluster 1, cluster 2, cluster 1, cluster 2. So what do you think? Case A is the best cluster formation? Yeah, similarity score. That's what Rupali. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Understand the concept, then I'll come back to your definition. Okay. So is case A is making the best cluster formation or case B is making the best cluster formation? What do you think, guys? Case A is better or case B better? Actually, case B is doing better. I'll tell you why. Why? Because when we are making clusters, now let me write here. When we are making clusters, the first thing is between the clusters, we are making best cluster formation. I'll talk to you later. Guys, please be online for 1 minute. My manager is coming here. Please, 1 minute. Be on. Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry for it. Okay, sorry for it. Yeah. Yeah, what I'm talking? Yes, between the clusters, we are making best cluster formation. Between the clusters. So that is what? The gap in between the clusters is more, it is best clusters. If you see here, what is happening? The gap in between the clusters is very minimal. Here, gap between the cluster is very high. I want to see, when I'm making cluster now, I want to see the gap in between them should be very large. That is what variance, to be frank, na? The variance in statistics word will call it as word variance. The variance between the clusters should be more when it is making clusters. I don't want to say variance between the clusters should be minimum, which is not a good cluster. Sir, my voice is low. Is it my voice is low, guys? Vijay says that my voice is low. Is my voice is okay enough for all the remaining people? I suggest Vijay Bhaskar, maybe increase your volume of your laptop. I suggest even maybe I am getting it. My volume is I increase it. Okay. I don't think so. When I increase the volume, it will affects mic. Mine is higher, sir. I'm not sure. Earlier, see, I was sitting in the same room, sir. Okay. From the same office with the same room with the same Wi-Fi. Let me check Wi-Fi is good or not. Yeah, it is going good actually. Voice quality is YouTube is good. My God, as compared to Zoom. I'm sorry about it. Yeah, it is not there in my hands. Okay. MRP says that my side from my side is clear only. Maybe my voice is maybe getting echoing, I guess, when I'm shouting it. All right, try to understand, guys. Anyway, things are getting recorded, so no need to worry. Things are getting recorded. You can watch it again under the YouTube or under the our LMS portal, wherever that is possible to you. Okay, so suggest some books for ML. Sure, Nirmala. Definitely, I will share it. I will share it. Okay. Let's not deviate the points where actually I'm discussing. Okay. So regarding some other discussions like some other topics or some books related, at the end of the session, just bring to my notice. I'll try to suggest a few things for you. Okay. Let's not deviate from the current topic. So yes, what I'm talking, variance between the clusters should be more. Variance between the clusters should not be less. Okay. So case B is actually good choice. And my similarity score is trying to calculate that if I make it 3 clusters, variance between the clusters is more or less. If I'm making 4 clusters, variance between the clusters is more or less. When I'm making 6th cluster, now what is happening actually? So it is trying to make a 6th cluster where that 6th cluster is not much far away from the remaining clusters. Getting my point? So that's why what happened? My similarity score is actually falling down. instead of increasing, it is falling down again. Till now, it is keeps on increasing. Like our, what happened actually? Like an elbow, like how our elbow taking U-turn. Similarly, here my elbow is taking right side. Actually, instead of increasing, it is getting decreasing. Till now, it was good. Up to 4, 5 is good. But immediately when you're making sixth cluster now, so what happens? Sixth cluster means what? For example, in this case, sixth cluster could be like this. And till here, fifth cluster is formed. What happened? The gap in between these clusters are very, very less. The gap in between these are, that means that you made the sixth cluster, but variance between them is not much gap. So what happens? My automatically my celerity score got affected. Automatically my celerity score got affected here. So it is going down. Again, when I ask for seventh cluster, now what could be happen? Maybe these 3 points could be formed as one cluster from this respective group. So seventh cluster is also not having much variance from the remaining clusters. Hence, what happened? It is again going down. All of you understand this logic, guys, what I'm talking? This is again case 1 of between the clusters. Case 1 of between the clusters. Next case. My time is getting up only with cluster analysis only. Okay, but you are asking me, so I'll keep on explaining it. So, next one. Within the clusters, maximum variance should be there. Okay, within the clusters, maximum variance should be there. Between the clusters, instead of, yeah, this is no, between the clusters, we are expecting sorry, I written a wrong statement here. This will be minimum and make it correct. Okay, yeah, between the clusters, maximum variance should be there. Okay, within the cluster, minimum variance should be there. Now I'll take up another example. Okay, look out here, all of you, please. So this is one cluster. Both are almost the same kind of circles. Okay, here what I found here, points are like this. Here points are like this. So this is case A, this is case B. What do you think? Is case A formation, cluster formation is good, or case B cluster formation is good? What do you think? Case A formation is good or case B formation is good? Case A should be good because these points are actually now pretty close to each other. Here there is a gap is there between the formation. It is formed as cluster, but distance between the points are very high. Distance, that is the variance between the points. Distance between the points are very high. Here, distance between the points are very low. So I need this kind of cluster. This is a good one cluster. This is a bad cluster compared with the A. So within the inside cluster, points to be much closeness is required. Between the clusters, I want as much as high gap. I want as much as high variance to be formed. So these two things we cannot calculate mathematically in all these clusters, right or not? I need between the clusters, I need variance between the clusters should be more. I need within the clusters, variance should be less. So I can't calculate up all these things, but our celerity score is going to calculate up all these things. So that's why it is making us understand that at the cluster number 5, that means that when you choose 5 clusters, you have a good ratio between the clusters is really good. within the clusters also really good. I think Rupal is asked some question. Rupal, yeah, Rupal is Rupali Kennedy. Did you understood what is the similarity score exactly doing now? Similarity score is calculating the within the clusters how much gap, how much minimum it is maintaining, okay, and between the clusters how much gap it is maintaining. So cluster number 5, it is telling us cluster number 5 is maintaining the balanced thing. It is maintaining the balanced thing in the both the calculations. Whereas cluster 6, cluster 7, neither cluster 4, we don't have that a powerful value. We don't have such a highest value. That's why we are choosing the cluster 5 as best here. Okay. Now I am coming to Ramachandra question. Ramachandra, sorry. If distance is high, error will be high. Between the clusters or within the clusters, Ramesh? What's your question? Here it's not about the error actually. We are not talking any error. Okay, within the clusters, distance is high, error. So it's not about the error. See, we are not comparing between any y values and y predictions now. It's not about supervised learning method to talk about the error. Here about that, which one is best? That's it. Which one is best? Which one is better? Like that. Okay. So we are always looking for the best. So it's not, it's mistake. We can't tell it's an error here. It's about not error. It's about how the points are placed. We did not do anything. Data points, how it is plotted, it is just like on the same way. We are circulating that which data point should make it as one cluster. We are looking for the best cluster. So we are not moving the data points anywhere. It has been same place. So it's not about the discussion on the any error. Error means not mistakes. So we are not talking about the mistakes here. We are talking about the formation of clusters. That's it. Hope so. Everyone is also understood. So similarity score is deciding about the best cluster formation. Okay. Similarly, like yes, we don't have that much of time for discussing for other two methods, but I'll give small hints here. K means also another cluster formation which will do the similar kind of task. So K means what? Cluster. Like K is equal to 2. So user is asking to apply 2 clusters. K is equal to 3. User is asking to apply 3 clusters. K is equal to 5. User is asking to apply K is 5 clusters. Like in the Python code, I directly given n clusters na 5 here na here. Somewhere around here. So K value also similar to the same nature. But cluster formation, mathematically it is different. I did not explain the mathematics, to be frank, within the timeline. Okay, I'm talking about the overall theory. Mathematics behind agglomerate is different. Mathematics behind K-means is different. Mathematics behind DB scan is also different. Finally, the overall objective is what? Cluster formation. So we can try all the methods where we get the better. If K is high, then more outlets will be added. Is it right? No, completely misunderstanding Vijay Bhaskar. K value is to make the how many clusters we are making. Okay, if I have K is equal to 10 means what? I am making 10 clusters. It's not about the outlets here. Okay, maybe somewhere you could have read some. See, you got such doubt means what? You could have read somewhere any article or somewhere website or somewhere you could have heard somewhere in the book. Maybe their point of view could be something else. Their point of view could be something else. According to my knowledge, it's not about K is there just to form the cluster formation. Outlets perspective discussion is not there here. Okay. Only the one method which is DB scan will talk about the outliers. It has the method to separate the outliers also. Okay? Yep. I don't say when you are raising the questions now, I don't say you are completely wrong. You could have read somewhere with a different place by here somewhere. So maybe the understanding is going mismatch. They could have mentioned something in a different angle. We are understanding in a different angle. So that is how I believe it. That could be happen with us, I guess. Okay. Attendance. I don't know. Amar, you are there, Amar?
Yes, I'm there.
Yes, people are asking to give the attendance. Just share the.
Yeah, sure. I will share that within 1 minute.
Yeah, all right. So don't worry about your attendance, guys. He'll take care. So I'll make, yeah, just concentrate on the class. We have less time. Okay. So I have done the cluster analysis. Let's move further. Yeah, hope so. Cluster analysis is clear. It's not finished out. To be frank, there are a lot of things are there, but I just give it the brief overall idea, picture about the subject. Okay. I hope you would have got understanding about the cluster analysis. Okay, I thought it is important to know because in the interviews I have seen like even I also keep apply for the job openings always in the market to understand the changes which is happening in the market. I need to know it before I convey to my students and my all the colleagues about which trend is going in the market. Even I myself will be keeps observing and I what kind of questions are, what kind of latest things are people are trend are, I mean, like, technology is getting asked in the interviews. So when I see almost most of the time cluster analysis is the most commonest thing that asked in the job description. The person should know linear regression, the person should know logistic regression, the person should know cluster formation, cluster analysis. I mean, okay, the person should know NLP, the person should know deep learning. So these are the five major elements I see always in the reality. So I take the chance in explain the cluster formations. Okay. So let's move further. We have less time, but I'll give the maximum attempt. Okay. Natural language processing. If time not sufficient, yes, we will continue this extension of this topic on Monday's lecture. So hope you are aware about that. Monday 19th August will be our last lecture, 5th day lecture. Okay. I have not taken the first day. I have taken the, I mean, it's been given me to commit for 4 days. So I'm working on it. Okay. So natural language processing. So when do we go this part of? When do we have to do it? Now coming back to the data collection in the reality. So if you go back 20, 30 years, 20 years back, we don't have enough databases. We don't have storage platforms. We don't have smartphones properly. We don't have internet also properly. We don't have any Wi-Fi connections. Always only some specific industries, in some specific sectors only, people are having the computers. And that computers always stored in the form of a structured data. Structured data means what? Like in the banking sector, you have. Okay, structured data, rows and columns, customers information, passengers information, if it is IRCT's website. So there you could see the structured information. But from the last 10 years, 15 years, according to my knowledge, when I am doing my graduation, I am reading up this Google, okay, from 2004, 2005 during that period. So I started learning the what is Gmail, what is Google search, what is YouTube. Then during that period only we have seen it. From the 20 years, what has happened? The people who are using this Google search or YouTube are being highly increased. Along with that, smartphones have been used from last 5, 6 years. It's been highly increased, right? Or not 7, 8 years almost. So what is happening here? Large amount of unstructured data is getting created. Unstructured data. So how unstructured data means what? No rows, no proper columns. So this unstructured data is getting in the form of textual data. There are two things: textual data which I'm talking about textual data. Textual data means what? To be frank, the notes which I'm writing, this is also a kind of textual data. Because we have the Zoom platform, we are making use of it. Okay? If we go to the hospital, doctor's prescription is also people are making in the form of a soft copy nowadays. Hope you are observed it. Earlier, doctor prescription is only on the pen and paper, but it has been converted to soft copy in some places. Even when the patient is discharging out from the hospital, okay, and there also we could see large amount of summary is getting prepared by the doctors. That is also one soft copy. And the comments that we do in the YouTube, in the social media, any platform, okay, that search for every minute that you are doing under Google search. All of you understanding? These are kind of what data? It's all about unstructured text data. Okay. The e-commerce website that we have plenty. Okay. There also you could see descriptions, product descriptions, reviews you can read. Products reviews. It could be positive or it could be negative. Anything. Doesn't matter. It is reviews. So many people have been started blogs. So many people also created websites of their own. With respect to all the industries. So all these are cases of what? Textual data. And this changes which is happening from the last 10 years is rapidly growing like anything. Now we have the online platform, that's why we are able to writing the notes on the page and I'm sharing with you. Before that it was not there. You people are also still, people are doing still on the, writing the notes on the boards. It is there. It's continuing. Depends upon the which platform where you are working. So this is what? Part of unstructured data. Now this unstructured data not only in the form of textual formation, it is also in the form of images, videos, audios, okay, scanning reports, x-rays, okay, you take any images. It could be a satellite images or our selfie images, doesn't matter. Images are images, videos, audios, CC cameras, drone cameras. So many cameras are there. Now nowadays it became quite common using drone cameras, na? So all these are what? It is also part of the unstructured data. So people like us who are getting the jobs into this area, they have started making use of even these kind of data, either any of this data. Till now, I'm talking about the structured data from the last 2 days, but there is a lot of data which is saving in the backend format of unstructured, and our job is to, yes, why can't we make use this kind of data? Why can't we make use of this kind of data as well? That's how the people are looking for the opportunities in this area. So when I have such textual data, I have to process it. Because you have seen this code, these packages are scikit-learn packages are. So we have some more packages are not only scikit-learn. Scikit-learn, okay, TensorFlow, anything you take, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras, NLTK. So all these are libraries, to be frank. These libraries can't take the data, raw data inside. I'm telling again, these libraries can't take the raw data directly inside. Raw data cannot handle it. Raw data means what? If I upload my selfie inside my system, now it becomes raw data. So it won't make understand or it will throw back an error. To be frank, it will throw back an error. So it is required to process first. Processing is required. So what processing is required? If it is a text data, it requires what? NLP, natural language processing. If it's a image data or video data, okay, yes, image processing is required. Image segmentation, image some different names are there. Image processing is. So finally, what it's going to do? Converts the unstructured to structure. Remember this. Converts the unstructured to structure. Finally, this is what happens after applying the processing methods. What methods are means? There are so many methods. So once it has been processed unstructured to structure, so it becomes what? All the above data becomes what? Completely numerical. Finally, you are putting the data again into numerical. Not only structured data, you are making as data into numerical. That is what? You are making your data into our own convenient zone. We are making our data into our own convenient zone such that my libraries can run on it without errors. Without errors. The question is how we are making those techniques. If I am applying for text data, it becomes natural language processing techniques. If I am applying the same thing on the image data, it becomes image processing techniques. So these image processing techniques will be there under the deep learning concepts. Yeah, I will at the end I will share this document, Anita. Don't worry. Okay. So these image documents, if my data is image, I will use deep learning methods. If my data is in text data, I'll apply natural language processing methods. Okay. Now come to the point. What are those processing methods? Mainly, there are two methods. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Yes, sorry. Mainly there are two methods. First one is, yes, text pre processing methods. Text pre-processing methods. Second one is future extraction methods. Okay. So what is text pre-processing methods contains again inside the methods? We will apply some processing techniques such as tokenization, removal of punctuations, okay, and what else we have about? Yeah, normalization and yeah, stop words, stemming, lemmatization. So like that, some more one or two steps are there. All these are different methods. So what exactly these things will do? What exactly these things will do? I'll tell you single statement. Okay, removes the unnecessary text. Removes the unnecessary text from the data. Removes the unnecessary text from the data. Okay, these methods. I'll tell you with an example. So you purchased a product on the Amazon website. Now you are giving a review lines. Product was okay, good, okay, giving high battery life and yes, best in peace, best product. That's it. So this is a person who given the feedback on product. Which product? Let's imagine laptop. Second person. Product was okay, damaged right from the beginning. Okay, worst battery life. That's it. Third person. Product was really good. Battery also good. Something like this. Three people are giving the three different feedbacks. Understood now? Now, for this three sentence, I'm slightly modifying it. You are supposed to understand what could be the actual words. So I'm taking up the same thing again once again here, and I'm removing the two things. So I remove that word. Second one. Third one. Okay. Now, do you understood anything here? If you don't know, if you read up these lines, three lines, do you understand what's happening here? No, you cannot justify that. Does the person is giving positive feedback or negative feedback? Right or not? We cannot justify that the person is giving the positive feedback or not because you removed the most important words. So which words are important? You removed it? Good. From the first statement. And then high. Then life also removed. Okay. Then again best also removed. Next. Damaged. Worst. Right? The next one, again good. Again good. So, without these words, if you read these words, you cannot determine which one is positive feedback or negative feedback, right? If I read the entire sentence, we can understand, yeah, this is a person positive feedback. This is a person's negative feedback. And this is a person's, again, positive feedback. Because daily, hundreds of people are purchasing the products. So many people are giving the feedbacks. So many people are giving the feedbacks. But I don't have that much of time to read every person's feedback. So I need to apply a processing technique such that out of 1 lakh people, what percentage of people are giving positive feedbacks and what percentage of people are giving negative feedbacks, I need to know. I don't have that much of time to read every person's feedback. I need to make an auto mechanism thing. Like that, if I run it, automatically it will process everything and displays the results directly in front of us, saying as 70% positive, 30% negative, or else vice versa. So that's what we are learning this for. If I know that, okay, people are happy with this product, I will keep continuing it. If I know that people are not happy, I will train to change those things. Where the product is getting a wrong, product is not getting right worthful thing, I'll try to modify it. It could be a battery, or it could be a motherboard, or it could be a hard disk, or any other issues. So if you see here, yes, finally, after pre-processing, that is what, after applying up all these things, what remains at the end, guys? Tell me, what you think remains at the end? Only these words will be remain, which is very, very important words for us. And the next step is what I said, future extraction method. What this future extraction method will do? It will create a matrix like this. Word good. Okay. Next high. Next life. Okay. Next best. So I'm organizing all the words. What are the words are left? Okay. Lefted words. Damaged. Okay. Worst. Again good. So here is the first person is used the word good. Yes, he used. Is the first person is used high? Yes, he is used the word high. Is the first person is used life? Yes. Is the first person used best? Yeah, he used best. Is the first person used the word damage? No. Worst? No. Second person. Is the second person used the word good? No. High? No. Life? No. Okay, best? No. Damage? Yes, definitely. Worst? Yes, definitely. Again, third person. He is using word good? Yes, he is used. Next, good only 2 times he used, right? So I have to give 2 times. And no other words are he used. So this is what? Future. Future means what here? Meaning variable. So many people are worried about feedbacks only. Please listen to the class, guys. Okay. So what's happening here? We are converted the whole data in the form of structure. So earlier my data was like this, na? Now finally my outcomes is coming in the form of a structured format. Okay. So these are what? X variables, x1, x2, okay, x3, x4, okay, x5, x6, and you will have the feedback now, like positive, negatives. That is our y variable. So first person given positive feedback, second person given negative feedback, third person given again positive feedback. So we have x variables and we have y variables. So finally, what you are going to do again? Yes, apply supervised learning method once again. Specifically classification, because positive, negatives, two outcomes, binary outcomes, logistic can be applied. Did everyone understood this concept, guys? So this is what is going to be done. I made actually very shortcut to make you understand within the short term how can I make you best. But this is a good amount of time with the like now. Because I did not explain all these steps methods. So every method has its own recognition in collecting the best words here. Finally, what it is doing? Collecting the best words. So which words are more meaningful words? It is being chosen by our processing methods. I'm telling again, which words are really meaningful words? Those methods is choosing by our processing method. And future extraction is doing what? Converting into columns. Okay? Hope so. Everyone is clear now? So, yep. Any more questions? Any questions from your end? Please respond. Look at where they when these people. Yeah, yes. Yeah. So I'll give the notes of RS summary. Yeah, I'll write out summary notes. Thank you for excellent session. Yes. Thank you, Nirmala. Sir, who will decide what should be the future variable? The methods that we are choosing now, those methods will be decided that which columns to be taken. So those methods has been prepared in a such a way that it will recognize the only important words. I'm telling again, these methods are there now. These methods will, this one. These methods will decide that which words to be prioritized, which words not to be prioritized. Why? Because we are going to make use of a library, NLTK, and that NLTK library prepared in a such a way that it will give the importance for only important words. So those methods, those library will take care of the best important words. All are like a pre-planned kind of work. Like now, like a, just like pre-planned. Like when like now, already that library is being prepared in English. Okay, where it will give the importance for only valuable content words. Hope so. You understood my point actually. Okay, so you are asking me the notes now. I'm going to share it here in the drive link. I mean, sorry, here itself in the everyone meetings. And the remaining codes and notes that you will get from the what is it? From the our LMS portal. I mean, okay, LMS portal. You get it. Don't worry about those things. I'll give all the learnings that we have done on day to day. I already shared that yesterday's day before yesterday's notes, two notes. Today's notes also will be shared there. Okay. Hope so. Everyone has access of drive link, not drive link, that LMS portal. I mean. Summary notes. Yes. Can you please arrange to post dataset and notes in LMS? Yes. Yeah, that everything I will give that things to the XLR team. Srinivas, don't worry. And textbooks and reference now you're asking me textbook now. Give me a minute, but I don't know that size will be acceptable in the drive link or not. I will check it because it will be some huge files within like so whether it will be accepted. I'll take up this one. Give me a minute, please. Don't reply. It automatically taking the wherever it is taking it for only one person. Give me a minute. Don't reply anyone, please. For a minute, for 2 minutes. Don't reply anything. It is it's going under everyone from everyone to personal again. When I'm trying to upload it. Okay, give me a minute. Yeah. So I'm uploading one book here. It is 39.73. Hope so it will works. Yes. I uploaded a textbook here, Machine Learning with Scikit-learn TensorFlow. So this is one good book that you can learn that machine learning part, including TensorFlow is also there. Including TensorFlow is also there. Okay. You are able to download that PDF? Good. So download it, all of you. Before I log out, maybe if I log out, maybe I don't know whether it will be there in the, because once you people are logged out from the Zoom, the chat box, whatever that you written under the chat box, it will be lost. Maybe the download file also will be lost. So if you download it then and there into your machine, so it will be stayed. And if maybe if I log out from my side also, maybe you cannot get it. I doubt. MRP, I'll share up all the things uh, in the LMS portal. Okay, you just check it. If it is not available, okay, in the LMS portal, if it is not available, remind me in the Monday's class. I will make sure that at least I will send it through chat box, whatever that we are learning. All right. If it's not got uploaded in the LMS, you just remind me by Monday. However, I will send it. Hope so. That's fine. There will be no class actually. Okay, tomorrow Saturday, na people will be often on leaves, na. So Monday will be our final class. In research work, it is said to develop some new models, do something new contribution to computer science. If I make a simple statement, is that model is already existed. What is new is your contribution. Please tell what shall I do to prove my new contribution. Nidhi, at this, I can't tell with this. Just a one. I mean, it's a big query you're asking me. So I cannot tell that exactly, but you can reach out me. So I can give one thing. I can give guys. I will give my email ID. Okay, so you can write me that if you want write anything for me. Okay. Yes, I shared my email ID. Okay, I shared my email ID. You can reach out me. Maybe whenever I have the chance, I'll try to reply it. Because as per the XLR guidelines, I should not give my phone number also. That's what I know it. So you can reach out me for your queries, so that whenever I will have some time, I'll try to reply you whenever. And yep. Okay, any more? Is that everyone is downloaded? Thank you, Sharmila. Okay. Any more questions? Which I can tell within just 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. If you have a question which I can tell within 1 or 2 questions, definitely I will try to solve. Thank you, Srinivas Garu. Sir, we can conduct workshop for my students in KGF. We'll definitely try to meet you, Sharmila ji. Okay, we'll talk with our XLR and we'll try to meet you whenever I have the chance. And yeah, wherever the workshop is possible, there I'll try to come to there. Okay. You have been really excellent always. Thank you, MRP. Okay, I think the time is up. So we'll catch up again in the Monday's lecture. So whatever the content remain we have, we'll try to give as much as possible. Okay. So see you guys on Monday again. Bye for today. Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, dear participants, just I shared the attendance link once again in the chat box. So, please mark your attendance and share your feedback as well. Yes, and one more announcement. Saturday, Sunday, we will not having any classes. So next class will be on Monday, and that will be our last class. Yes, and if you are facing any difficulty to access the LMS, you can feel free to reach out us at the email edl@exlar.com. I'm sharing that mail ID here. I'm done tonight's session. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Yeah, regarding to the certificate, for certificate, 60% attendance is mandatory. So as we mentioned, and on the last day, definitely we'll share each and every information with you again. Can you please share the PDFs again? Yeah, so whatever the files sir shared in the chat box now, no? So all the file will upload over there. So not to worry. Every material there will with you. Yeah, next class will be on Monday, and that will be our day 5, last day of this training program. Saturday, Sunday, no any class. Sir, do you have online internship? Yes. So we have internship program for 22 courses in that full stack development, data analytics, data science, then Python, full stack, Python Django, Internet of Things, cyber security, NLP, ChatGPT, prompt engineering, artificial intelligence, machine learning. So approximately in the 22 technologies, we are providing the online internships. Yes, short-term and long-term internship and projects as well. Commerce students finally year eligible. Yes, it will be for final year students. So if your college is looking for the same, then definitely you can just ping me on WhatsApp. I will connect you with the concerned team. So I'm sharing my number with you. Sir, did you provide certificate for yes? Yes, definitely. So this after this program, within 8 to 10 days, you will receive a certificate with the collaborative colleges and XLR, the certificate of participation. Yeah, that will help you for sure to boost your resume. Any another query? If not, then it's already 5:10. We'll wind the fourth day. Okay, so I'm not able to see any query or question from anybody. So I will consider as it's clear and we are good to conclude. So on this note, thank you so much all of you for attending the day 4 of this 10 hours FTP. And we'll see you on Monday, day 5 at 3 p.m. Till the time, take care of yourself Take care of your family, enjoy your weekend, and keep coding, keep growing. Thank you so much. Have a nice day ahead.